Mifepristone, more commonly known as the abortion pill, will remain available without restrictions, at least for the time being. ABC 22's Josh Morrill joins us now live in the studio. Josh, Vermont, however, is having problems, though, when it comes to the governor's initial plan about this. That's right, Lauren. While the Supreme Court has ruled that mifepristone can be used as it has been for decades for now, Vermont's lawmakers and abortion care advocates have taken measures to ensure the 23-year-old drug will stay available in the state no matter the result of the federal appeals process. While sparring within the federal courts continues over the FDA-approved abortion drug called mifepristone, some in Vermont still worry it may become hard to get.
This should never have happened. This should never have been a challenge to begin with.
Lucy LaRiche with Planned Parenthood of Northern New England says the drug is the safest abortion medication and is used in more than half of all abortions in the U.S. and in more than 75% in Vermont. Doctors also prescribe it to treat miscarriages and prevent a woman from needing surgery. State lawmakers in recent weeks have passed a bill protecting abortion providers and allowing Vermonters to access mifepristone.
We're doing everything we can and looking into the future in case something does happen.
Along with the state litigation, Governor Phil Scott says the state wants to stockpile a 2-year supply of the drug, saying that with the Supreme Court decision on Friday, his administration feels secured in the near term, but has approved the stockpiling process. And LaRiche says it's been a patient process.
We want to make sure that we have enough supply to meet the demand for our patients, as well as any supply that might come from a negative ruling from outside that would be affected more acutely in states outside of Vermont.
Earlier this month, Scott referenced a bill he signed back in 2018 as a potential aid that would allow the state to get help from their neighbor to the north.
We're in a somewhat unique position here in Vermont. We are one of 3 states who have sought to be able to purchase drugs in Canada. And so we're just waiting for approval from the feds to do so. Now might be the time when they give us the green light.
But the possibility of that solution looks dim, as the FDA deemed Vermont's application incomplete due to updated qualifications. And a spokesperson for the governor said updating it will require too much money and resources. And despite these measures, Mary Hahn Beerworth at Vermont Right to Life says an eventual ruling against mifepristone could be a plus for women's health.
The FDA, I believe, did not do a careful job of studying the effects on women's health, and women have died from taking the mifepristone. So a little pause is not going to hurt anybody and might actually protect a woman someday.
And as for what's next with mifepristone, the U.S. Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals will hear the appeal from the federal government and Danco Laboratories, which is a sponsor for the drug, starting on May 17th. It will likely give a ruling over the summer. And in Vermont, LaRiche said down the line, if mifepristone is taken off the market, Planned Parenthood would use 2 doses of misoprostol during abortions instead, which is slightly less effective. Live in the studio tonight, Josh Morrill, ABC 22 News.